Good morning, everyone. We're here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary and Real Time Rescue. See Chicolette getting some snuggles with Elliot here. We've been having some really cold mornings lately, but it's not too bad today. We also have Zeus, who's a little extra, like always, recently. We also have some Gibby doing some tapping over here. Last, or I guess it was 2 nights ago, it actually got so cold that yesterday morning the hose back here, the pipes underground were frozen. And Saturday mornings are the days that we sub pump all the pools and all the large waters and fill and clean everything. So we had to bring the hose all the way over from the chicken side and run it all around. It wound up being tangled up in the bamboo tree, so that was a little bit of a exciting delay yesterday morning as it was still a little dark out. So we're all holding up our flashlights, trying to wind the hose out of the bamboo. I'm not sure how or why it was like that, but it definitely seemed like it was on purpose, just to how there was no way it could have accidentally got wrapped around the bamboo like that. This huge bush tree looking thing, that is the bamboo. And it was just wound all around and through the little branches. So not sure what went on with that. Oh, hi guys. They have not had their morning snack yet. Everybody's gotten fed. As you know, if you've tuned in before on our Sunday check-ins, we're usually just winding up the morning and kind of saying hi, giving everybody an update. Here comes Mr. Extra Zeus, just very demanding for attention. He's a little demanding for everything, but this morning he wants all the attention. I keep trying to give him a little tickle on his belly so that he'll flop over and I can give him a belly rub, but he doesn't seem to want to flop over. He just wants to kind of follow me around and grunt at me. Gibby is still over here tapping. He's the drummer of the sanctuary, in case you didn't know. He likes to tap his horns on all kinds of things. On Saturday mornings, one of our volunteers, Jamily, brings a portable, wireless speaker, and he will tap to the beat of some songs, and then sometimes he'll stop when the music stops, and then start back in earnest when it starts up again. This morning, he's just tapping to the beat of his own drum. We don't have any music. Hi, Esperanza. She's been a little shadow today too, just wanting lots of attention. So let's see, we got Thomas, with that tongue out, looking some salt. What else there? Oh, I remember. Couldn't remember what I was trying to update you guys on, but we talked last weekend about how we are starting to already look ahead towards the summer, even though it's January and we're having very cold nights. Summer will be here before we know it. And last summer, it was everything we could do to keep the chickens alive, just because the heat takes a toll on all of their little bodies. And we have, hi, Pie. We have multiple freezers full of insulated, wrapped ice packs that we were rotating. We had 2, as we called them, redneck ACs, kind of built with coolers and fans. We had an actual sub pump. We have our misting system, and still it was a struggle. So, there's Miss Kiki. Good to see her out there. Kiki sometimes recently has been staying in her coop. If you saw last weekend, she was just the last one to come out, and we sometimes worry about her because she is our oldest chicken, and she sometimes, doesn't want to eat too much or doesn't walk around a lot. But, I guess everybody, when they start to get really old, that can happen too. But because that, we keep an extra close eye on her. So I'm happy to see her over here just pecking all that corn and her feed too. So over here is where we're thinking about, for the summertime, building up this area. Just last week, and actually just until yesterday afternoon, you can still see the outline. This was a huge coop. It's been here for years. It's been built and torn down and built and adapted over over the years for different needs that we would have. And now it is, as you see, the bricks, the foundation, everything's out, because over in this area, we are looking to have a large insulated coop built that we are going to be purchasing an air conditioning for. And so that way we'll be able to, for the hottest months of the summer, we're going to need to go ahead and just keep the chickens locked in the large coop. Of course, our chickens are used to being able to just, walk around everywhere. But like I said, it was the summertime. To be frank, it does kill chickens here in Arizona. They get overheated. It's like I said, it's hard on their bodies. And even with all the precautions, I don't think there was even a point last summer that there wasn't at least one chicken living indoors. But it's still just, we have very extreme temperatures here. And we know we need to be able to have a space where we know that they are safe. We know that they are cool. So it's going to be quite the project, quite the investment, financially. But that's what we're looking into now, getting that insulated coop built and purchasing a little window AC unit so that we can, keep almost all of the chickens in there. Obviously, Stan, our rooster who lives in his separate bachelor quarters over here, he will be staying in his coop just because he's not safe to be with the other roosters. And so we'll just continue to do the ice packs and probably put the sub pump, somewhere right around here. So it's kind of blowing on him, and he'll have the misters and ice packs, keeping him cool. Otherwise, all the chickens are going to be, need to stay in the coop. Not only is it very hard on the chickens, but it's also, hard on the humans. Good morning, Fernando. He wanted to say hi. Pretty much all of us volunteers at one point, or especially Michelle, the property owner, and her son, who were out here multiple times a day when it was 110, 115. They were, getting heat exhaustion, and, people were, one volunteer came one morning and, by the time she left, she was almost passing out. She wound up having to call, her partner had to call an ambulance for her, and she wasn't sure what was going on. And it was just extreme dehydration and heat exhaustion, even though she kind of felt fine. And, we have lots of Gatorade and electrolytes and water here. It takes a lot out of us. So when we're having to come out every 2 to 3 hours for 30 to 45 minutes, just making our rounds on the chickens, rotating ice packs, filling up sub pumps and everything, as well as spending, but around $30 a day on ice for the redneck ACs, as we call them. It's just too much. It's getting to be just too much, which is why we are going ahead and looking forward to that large AC coop being built. Oh, just a second. Let me go ahead and put this down. These are our empty syringes. Everybody's already had their medicine, their supplements this morning, including Miss Princess Buttercup here. She got her liquid glucosamine and CBD. So like I said, last night or 2 nights ago, it was so cold that the pipes underground froze and we didn't have water back here. But already, today is supposed to be in the 60s. It's already, temperatures are already starting to creep back up. We have several days later in the week, in the mid to even possibly upper 70s. So we are definitely needing to look forward towards the summer. And also, here we're not acclimated to the cold. We're used to these high temperatures. And while we have been loving the cooler temps and the cooler days, the 30 degrees, not so much. That's a little too much for us Arizona people and animals here. We do know at different parts of the country and of course in the world, people are having some very extreme storms and, snow and temperatures and wind and, sub-zero temperatures. So, we hope that everybody is staying comfortable and safe. I know there were a lot of people having a huge power outage in the area that my husband is in right now. So, and I know that's not an isolated incident. So we know we're lucky here in Arizona that we can just complain about, the 30-degree temperatures, and then it can get much worse. And we also just appreciate all you guys tuning in and supporting us. and being here and learning everybody's story. We have Miss Princess Buttercup, our sweet old lady here, who was, saved. I don't know if I've mentioned her story before, but she was found wandering the streets of a local city. The police got, a phone call saying, there's a goat running down the road. And when she was, they tracked down her, where she came from, it was not a good place. So a kind woman named Cheyenne, took over her care. And then a couple of years later, she came to live here. And, everybody here has a story, and they all, even the sassy ones like Rapunzel and Stan the rooster, they all deserve to have a good life and to, not be overheating in the summer or freezing in the winter. So if you ever do feel, touched or, by any of their stories, or just, our mission here to strengthen the bond between humans and animals. If you are interested in making a donation or signing up on our Patreon, you can donate every month for, at least $3 is the minimum tier, and just kind of join our family. Otherwise, just even watching the video and liking and commenting and sharing our posts on social media, and all those links can be found in the description box, but all of that helps. So I'm going to do one more little walkthrough and show you guys. Princess like, where are you going? I like that. I'll come back. I'm going to give you a good massage too. Because of her old age and her arthritis, she gets some stiff front legs. So we usually get really good in there, in the joints. But just wanted to show you guys, we had the city donate some Christmas trees to us on Friday, and they are still, as you see, enjoying them. You see this family over here just nibbling. If you saw some of our posts on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that Nala, our Corriente cow, was so excited. She was literally throwing the trees with her horns and getting extremely excited. So it was nice that we had such a big donation. I think we had like 10 or 12 maybe. And that way, everybody got some, and they all got to chew and nibble and rub their horns on it and throw it. In Nala's case, just do all the things to make them happy. Huh, Butters? Just chewing his cud. Yeah, like I said, everything's going pretty well. We're moving forwards. We'll keep you guys updated on our summer coop plans, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.